television last Sunday, and I was sitting here recording this instead of watching it. Right.
Not the.
So don't you question me.
Not the.
Talk about my commitment.
No, not the Johnny Depp one. You need to see, like, the original Broadway recording. That's.
Well, I've never. Couldn't tell you the last time I saw a play.
I own it on DVD. Yes, I promise you, I am a fan of musicals. So anyway, what is this? Is this triplet? Maybe. Let's see if this works.
Let's see. Bear with us, folks. We'll get this edited together in post.
You know, hey, at least this isn't my fault, okay? At least this isn't the show crapping out because of something I did. So Brian doesn't have to deal with this. Crap. Okay, he's gone. Okay, go ahead and talk about She-Hulk.
Okay, I'll talk about She-Hulk. I don't actually have a heck of a lot to say. This follows on from the previous issue, in which She-Hulk, the two She-Hulks, Jen Walters and Lyra, that's the Hulk and Thunder's daughter from the future, are hunting down the remaining members of the Intelligentsia, the criminal organization of super intelligent supervillains, who was behind all of the problems that happened in the World War Hulk's crossover a couple months ago. For some reason, in the middle of all of this, it seems to be really important that Lyra go to cliche high school.
Yawn.
Yeah. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. I mean, there's a scene in here where Jane goes out and meets up with Wyatt Wingfoot, and that used to be a thing. I like that scene. I just can't understand why this high school plot is in here.
Who did she not have a thing with?
Well, this is true, but I mean, they had a long-standing thing.
Oh, okay.
They were a thing for a while.
They were like okay.
But this involves the two She-Hulks going after the Red Ghost, who has headed off to St. Petersburg to create a replacement for his super strong gorilla, who died, I believe. Yes, he died during World War Hulks. Was it? Hang on, I'm just checking to make sure that he died. Yes. The Red Hulk killed the super strong gorilla Miklo, and the Red Ghost is trying to create a new cosmically powered super strong gorilla. So, super strong monkeys.
Yes.
This does improve the comic exponentially. And there's a lot of fun in which the She-Hulks fight with the Red Ghost and his super apes. And unfortunately, caught into the middle of it all is the bitchy Queen Bee character from the high school plot, who catches Lyra in the act when she transforms and sneaks off to join Jen on this mission, and sneaks onto their ship and watches the whole thing over and records it with the intent of putting it up on YouTube.
Of course.
So I mean, that character has been given some relevance, but I still just don't get the high school thing. I mean, Jen is really insistent she goes to high school, and she gets detention for being late when they're coming back from the last issue. And then she tells Jen she's got detention, and Jen says, how'd you get detention on your second day? Does low profile not mean anything to you? And then I'm like, well, Jen, if it matters so fucking much to you, why have you just secretly pulled her out of school to go off to Russia to fight the Red Ghost? One or the other, love.
Yeah.
It's annoying me because it's serving no purpose, and it's actually at cross purposes with what she wants Lyra to be able to do and help her with. I don't get why they thought that. I mean, basically, I'm assuming it was added to make Lyra the more prominent character in the miniseries, which, again, I don't know why. I don't know why. It's not that Lyra's a bad character. She has a strong creator pedigree. Fred Van Lent created her. But they seem to be appending more significant. It's like Maria Hill, some people just seem to see something in characters that the rest of the world doesn't, and they keep.
I'll say it. I'll say Lyra is a bad character.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that because I read the history of the character. I don't know anything about the character, but in the first issue, it had a history on her, and she sounded like a bad character.
Well, it is really hard to sell the concept of the Hulk and Thunder's daughter from the future.
Yeah.
How
many characters have that origin? Yeah.
It feels like a really artificial way of trying to expand the Hulk family. Not literal biological family, even though it is biological family. I just mean the Hulk family of characters.
Yeah, because
like
that's
enough
really
of them running around that you don't need to be pulling this one back from the future.
It's really out of character for Marvel to have characters that are the children of characters from the future.
I mean, it's not really the Hulk's daughter, right? And it like they took like DNA from the Hulk or something.
Yeah.
It's like artificial. Yeah.
They didn't actually go at it.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I read the first issue of this run, and I didn't see anything there that made me feel like I needed to read more of it.
Well, I mean, when I saw the cover of the second issue and I saw who was going to be in it, I was like, yeah, monkeys and Red Ghost, I was like,
wow.
Yeah.
Kitchen sink, here it is.
And it does continue to be very nice to look at.
Yeah, I love this guy's art.
It does have some very nice art. And I would like to see this guy get a better project under him sometime soon. Because I like his work a lot. He's done some of the nicest She-Hulk art I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I like his She-Hulk. I'd like to see him do She-Hulk, but I'd like to see maybe another writer take a stab at it.
Yeah, I don't know who this Harrison Wilcox is, but he seems to have his heart in the right place. But it's this weird high school thing that is just throwing off the whole issue. Jane's doing nothing. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad. I'm going to finish out the mini. Certainly, but it's not the She-Hulk I want to read. Just give Jen her book back already.
There you go.
There's really no reason for these characters to be sharing space except for the fact that they're both She-Hulks,
Well, and that's the thing.
There's nothing about their worlds that...
It's like they're trying to give the Lyra character whatever legitimacy. And
yeah, totally. That is exactly what it is.
Yeah, and it's, great.
I mean, her miniseries wasn't bad. Her miniseries was a lot of fun, actually. Because she's traveling back in time to try and avert her future. No, she's trying to... No, well, she's traveling back in time. She's after Norman Osborn. And through the whole thing...
I read like, the background, and it said something like she was going back to... have Osborn impregnate her or something?
Yeah,
what the hell?
But the whole thing, you think that she's going back to kill him, and then on the last page of the penultimate issue, it says, "Who said I was going to kill you?"
Wow.
What the hell does she want the spawn of Osborn in the future for? I mean,
history record. History, if I recall, history recorded him as like the most powerful male of the era.
Okay, then.
Wow.
Hence.
Huh. Well, speaking of powerful
and then, as I
males,
recall, the final issue started with Osborn just blinking and going, "Well, at least buy me dinner first." But that was Fred Van Lent wrote that. So that was a good miniseries. That convinced me that there actually was benefit to that character. This miniseries, not so much.
It's too bad.
It is too bad.
Yeah.
This would never have had legs as an ongoing anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's probably for the best that it's been
okay.
replicated a little.
This is a 24 issue mini. Is that? No. Okay.
What?
24? Or is it just a 12 issue mini?
Oh, and they dropped the price on it too. The first issue was $4.
Yeah.
The next
I
issue
figured
was
it was
$3.
going to stick with that, but yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it is.
I thought they were all going to be $4.
Even better. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So there's that. There's a good thing about it. Yeah,
hey, it's cheap.
It's not a bad miniseries. It's just kind of unremarkable, really.
I just said
it seems a little
$3.
misjudged in some areas.
Can you believe I just said a $3 comic is cheap? Jesus.
Yeah.
Good lord. I was going back through my old comics the other day, looking at covers, and it's like $1.50. I'm like, oh man.
You remember the day.
my action comic says hello when they said still 75 cents.
God. Okay, so Secret Six then? Are we ready? Is there anything else?
Did you have anything more to say about Action Comics, Daniel Tremblay?
Oh, I don't know if I should because it kind of jinxes me and then you guys lose.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it was good anyway, is what you're saying.
It was good. Just a quick hit. It was good, and basically all it was young Lex Luthor stories. One where he has his first encounter with Darkseid, and an interesting story where he basically is
spend some time with Ra's al Ghul when he's young. And they're cool. I mean, I recommend picking it up because you don't have to get them to read the current book. It doesn't really tie into it that much, but they're just kind of neat little young Lex Luthor stories.
And then it's next issue that we have the Secret Six tie-in and everything, correct?
Yeah.
I believe it starts. Actually, I'm not sure if it starts with the next issue of Action Comics, and then carries on into the next issue of Secret Six, and then no, because it's only in one issue of Action Comics and 2 issues of Secret Six, I believe.
It says the Secret Six are in Action Comics 896. Then they're back next month. So I think Action will hit first, and then you'll get Secret Six. Does that
and then I
sound
think
right?
the next Secret Six again after that is also part of the story.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of the Secret Six.
Speaking of Secret Six, so open up with a little flashback for Alice, and I read the first page, and then I went off and grabbed a razor, and I cut myself a few times, and then I came back to read the rest of the issue.
That, Daddy?
God, it was the last day I was ever happy, and I spent the rest of my time being sort of useless. Yeah. So let's see. McFeely, why don't you run us through this?
Well, this is part 4, the final chapter of The Reptile Brain, the 4-part story that has sent the Secret Six to Skartaris and has not had the best effect on the comic, ultimately. I think we all agreed that it hasn't been great. Until this issue, bitches!
Mm-hmm.
This is solid Secret Six stuff. This is back where it ought to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, at the end of the previous issue, the big bad of Skartaris, Demos, however you pronounce that, who you know nothing about if you don't read anything to do with Skartaris, because really, why would you? It doesn't sell. And they didn't really set up the character if you're just a reader of Secret Six, so you're well entitled to be confused. But all you really need to worry about is the fact that he's possessed one of the good guys and turns him into a giant dragon and then starts attacking everybody. So all the people that are still alive out of the 2 Secret Sixes team up to take him down. And Black Alice saves the day.
Mm-hmm.
She gets her mojo working properly and copies Deimos' power, turns into a big old dragon, and takes him down.
It's
She
pretty
actually
cool
steals
that
it, didn't it?
I really like that everybody's like, oh, we need to fight this now, and then Ragdoll's like, wait, does a great common enemy usually mean hostility cease between our forces? And what's his name? King Shark?
Yes.
Probably want to kill each other to the death anyway. Oh yes, let's do.
Yes.
You know?
Those 2 characters together are just hilarious because they don't really care.
I still don't really get I don't get King Shark. I'm enjoying reading him. I just can't get a handle on him.
Hey, when he says things,
it's crazy. I get that Ragdoll is a lunatic. I get Ragdoll, but King Shark just has these really weird turns of phrase. And
when he says things like Arthur Curry's fish sacks, that was close.
Yes.
that was awesome.
Oh, of which